COVID times has been difficult and challenging for many of us. We have to change our lifestyle, we have to change our work style, but many of us were able to accept those changes proactively. For some, it was difficult to come out from their comfort zone, and for few, it was extremely difficult and they have to go through some of the stressful situations. So that's something which is so true, which happens in any of the change scenario. And let me explain this with an example of boiling frog syndrome story. So when you put a frog in a lukewarm water, it just enjoys the comfort which it gets in that lukewarm water. But over a period of time, if you increase the water temperature, what happens is that the frog starts to adjust and try to accustom to that changing temperature, which is gradually rising. And after a period of time, when that change becomes significant, it becomes extremely difficult for the frog to restore its energy and to jump out. But sadly, the frog itself signs its own death warrant. So, this is an apt metaphor for the inability of the people to respond to the significant changes that occurs gradually. So make a decision to jump before the water becomes hot. Now, the big question is that when is that time when the water would become hot? And what it means is that when you need to change, either it should be a proactive decision or a reactive decision. So let me share my own example. Post 40, when I was having my medical checkups, I was seeing that my health parameters are ranging to the extreme categories of the overall range which was there. Now, the question was that should I be proactively changing my lifestyle, which helps me to bring my health parameters back in that range, or I should leave it and be reactive to those changes which are happening. So it is all within us when we have to take that decision, because the change starts to show you in a gradual manner and you have to be proactive. And I chose to be proactive in this so that I have all the control in my hand to take that decision. But many a times we take it to the point where it becomes a crisis situation and it is left to the someone else's control. And probably in my case, it could be a doctor. So we as individuals or organizations needs to understand that when we need to change. And if we change in a proactive manner, our performance will improve drastically, or else we will always be in stress if we get into that crisis situation. So choice is yours and you need to decide when to change.